Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 40. That is the goal. That's what they're trying to go for. Plans could change. But that's what they're trying to head towards next year's WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns.
Mhm.
Two. The question is, so there's a lot of things going on because with the WWE draft, they just Triple H announcing a new World Heavyweight Championship. The issue is, so at the time when Triple H revealed the World Championship, he said whatever brand Roman Reigns gets drafted to, he is gonna be he's gonna be that their world champion, and he's gonna stay there. And then whatever the other brand is gonna have a new world championship.
Mhm.
Roman Reigns is gonna be considered the undisputed Universal Championship. So now people are like, well, hold on. Is he still gonna hold both belts? Are you gonna erase the history of the WWE Championship because it's the 60-year anniversary and it's time to retire the belt? And then plus Roman Reigns is the face of the company. He's by I think at Night of Champions he is gonna be he's gonna hit 1,000 days.
Mhm.
So it's like that's the modern day WWE. So it's like people are like, so what's gonna happen? Some people are saying that they're just gonna rename the WWE Championship to what's it called? The Universal Champion. And then there's people saying that the World Heavyweight Championship it's called the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, where it's gonna be the new this is gonna be the new legacy. Like this is the new WWE Championship going forward.
Okay. Cause yeah,
Which
cause it's kind of it would be kind of dumb to like start over with the Universal title. I mean, Triple H say he doesn't like the Universal Championship. Like it's like he has
I'm
a what?
fine. Yeah, I'm fine of them keeping the WWE Championship and just putting Universal in it. I'm fine with that. Just don't stop. Don't because it's
Yeah,
like
60. I mean, you
yeah,
lose his
60
world
years.
status. You have to start
Yeah.
over. Like, and then the World Heavyweight title is it gonna continue the lineage of the World Heavyweight Championship from
That's the
the
other
Big Gold
thing.
Belt?
Yeah, that's what everybody's trying to say too. Like what's
Like, you
going
should
on.
keep the lineage because you don't want to like
Yeah.
be like, oh, our title's younger than the AEW title. You just
Mm.
loses. Or at least keep the lineage of the AWA, NWA,
Yeah.
WCW, WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Just keep the lineage going, and then the
Yeah.
WWE Championship, keep the lineage. So you have what, 70 years between both belts, probably? No, both belts have 60 years of
And
history.
that's the you have Edge, you had Randy Orton, you have Goldberg, you had Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Cena. You have so many people who hold that world title as well, where it's like
Yeah.
just bring it back.
But if you start over both lineages, like, oh, is your title's younger than like half the companies out there now?
Yeah.
Like their belt's younger than the Impact, the AEW, the New Japan, well, that's what New Japan did too. Like I think the title they have now is the new lineage. It doesn't count as the old ones.
Mm,
So people do it, but like I don't think WWE should do that.
no. But anyways, um, the reason with the brand split is because they're trying to give them like space between them.
Well, they
Uh,
also, because of the TV rights, they don't want to
mhm.
be like, well, you have your the champion's on he wrestles whenever he wants. He shows up on SmackDown more than Raw. We don't want that. USA would be like, well, we want him to be on Raw, and then
USA
Fox,
wanted Roman Reigns.
yeah. So so I don't know, like, because it's based on contract too. Because you're
Hmm.
like, because then Fox gets like, well, if he's always on SmackDown, like Raw doesn't have a world title, so they did the brand split to like, okay, you know what, the champion's gonna be on Raw, and this champion's gonna be on SmackDown instead of like,
Right.
oh, he's gonna show up whenever. At least if Roman Reigns decides to go part time, at least with SmackDown, you have other people to like, you know. Well, I don't know what title they're gonna get because the Intercontinental Championship is on Raw now.
Yeah.
So I
And
think,
yeah,
yeah,
Austin Theory is on SmackDown now.
okay. So
So
because you do want those titles to be actual, because the thing I always talked about, like Intercontinental US for a long time, they treat him as like toy belts, like, oh, you're the
Mhm.
champion, but they never treat him as like the next person in line to go for the championship. So at least with this, with Roman Reigns, doing part-time stuff, the US champion could be like the main guy, Well, Austin
Yeah.
Theory, I don't know about being
But
the
they
main
were
guy.
they were they were pushing they on Raw they were
Yeah.
pushing Austin Theory as the top heel.
And then Gunther was like pretty much the main guy on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Now they flipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but no, I feel like that's a good call on all that part.
Yeah.
Also they're thinking about bringing back the pay-per-view brand split.
I mean, that would
Even
make
if, but yeah,
sense.
even if they do, it's gonna be a temporary thing anyways.
I would see that as a benefit because a lot of people that every time I see like, oh, this guy wants to leave because he hasn't wrestled in 4 pay-per-views,
Hmm.
because there's not enough room on that card. I'm like, well, now on SmackDown, the SmackDown show, you have to have SmackDown wrestlers. Obviously, you might have a Raw guy. There's some
Right.
people that are free agents, so they could do both shows. But it would definitely help a lot of the roster get more of if you have a 5 card match, instead of having the same people on every pay-per-view, you have
Hmm.
the SmackDown brand have like these set 10, 20 people, and then it's Raw, the same thing. But like, temporarily, that'd be good for like the wrestler too. Because like, oh, I don't get TV time, I don't get pay-per-view time because they get bonuses for that, for being
Yeah.
at pay-per-views.
But
So
they
that
need
helps
to
like,
understand that the people that we keep seeing all the time are the ones that keep bringing in money because the
yeah,
people want to keep seeing them.
yeah,
It's not like W doesn't want to push them. It's like people want to see them,
yeah. Like
you
if their
know?
brand, if their
Yeah.
merchandise doesn't sell, like why
Yeah.
put them on SmackDown every week?
Like
You know,
Ali, I love Ali, but they don't know what they're doing with this guy. He's
Now he's a free
the,
agent. He's on both shows or whatever, or three
he and then
shows.
he has a gimmick similar to like Seth freaking Rollins, which is like, and also kind of it's kind of weird because it's like he has that similar gimmick, Seth freaking Rollins, and also he has a gimmick where he belongs with what's that team, the Eli's or LA's modeling
Triple
thing.
M, Triple M or something. Maximum male models.
Yeah, yeah, that one. It looks like he belongs in that group. Ali,
What?
did you see him with his long hair? I think he put some highlights on his hair now, and then he's wearing like a coat. So it's like
Mm,
and wearing sunglasses. It's like basically gave this guy Seth Rollins gimmick,
yeah,
and it's like why? And then
yeah.
he's not doing, and they're not doing anything with him. He's just like, here. I don't know if it's Creative's idea or Ali's idea, but it basically it's like, here's a look. You're gonna run with it, and then even though you should be with this group or you should do this or that, it's just like they're just giving him like something, and
Something to do.
yeah. But then
And it,
it's either nobody gets a reaction out of it, and then
hmm,
there's like, nope, we're not gonna keep going forward with it.
yeah, yeah.
Dolph Ziggler is a free agent too, and it's just like, how? Why?
Almost as well. And who was the fourth one?
Oh my! Oh, and then
Omas.
people, oh my, really? That's weird. Seth freaking Rollins wasn't even like drafted.
He was, no?
No,
Was that a Mandela effect? I swear he got drafted to Raw.
no, unless they announced it. But why would they if they announce it on IG? Why the hell would you announce that freaking? They probably did because you know who they announced? Becky. Did they announce Becky on IG?
Becky's on Raw, so I think
Yeah.
Becky goes where Seth goes. I think they're gonna do that from now on until they
Yeah,
retire
yeah.
or they
So
leave.
yeah, because
Yeah.
they asked for that. Like wherever she goes,
Yeah,
I'm
because they
going
have a
to.
kid together and they're married. I think a lot of the married couples are starting to do that now. If they're in the same
Yeah,
company, obviously. But like if Andrade was back in WWE, he'll go where Charlotte goes. If Keith Lee was back in WWE, he'll go where Mia Yim, goes. So yeah, I mean that's good for them. That helps their family out too. And Gargano and Candice LeRae, I think they're both on Raw so far. They haven't been drafted yet.
and then
Mysterio and Dominic maybe on the same brand. I don't know.
oh no, we haven't.
Yeah, some
Uh
people they haven't announced yet. They're probably saving him for Raw.
oh, AJ Styles is back.
Yeah,
He's
he's back with
back.
the OC. OC hasn't been on SmackDown or Raw in a minute, right? Like
No,
Luke Gallows and
because
Anderson.
because they had a story. They had a feud with the Judgment Day. The feud was
Yeah,
gonna nobody knows when it was gonna end, but
yeah,
the Judgment Day feud with the OC and the Judgment Day, it was gonna go for a while.
yeah. But then AJ
Um,
got injured.
AJ got injured, so they kind of like
So
Stop
I
it.
wonder how they're gonna reactivate that. Bring back the OC like
Well,
separately, and then they're
we
gonna
don't even
go
know where Judgment Day is gonna be at.
or together. I mean,
Yeah,
so far the bloodline they split the bloodline so far. The Usos have not been drafted.
that threw me off.
Yeah, it's like
That
what
threw
the
me off a lot.
like how you draft Roman Reigns and Solo to SmackDown, but the Usos, where are they?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
And they
I don't
didn't
know.
even get drafted. And
No,
who's
that's the thing.
and you know what the real question is? Who's doing the draft?
Exactly. Like, is Adam
Who?
Pearce selecting
Yeah.
both rosters? Like, is
Yeah,
he?
who they're having people showing up and saying, "Oh, Raw picks this." Who's picking them? US Network or Fox? You know
No, if it
who?
was a U.S. network, Roman Reigns would be on some Raw right now.
But because it was on SmackDown,
Yeah,
clearly
they got
Fox
the
got the
first
first
draft
pitch.
pick. Yeah,
Yeah.
if it
So
was
that's
Raw, it would have been
yeah.
Roman Reigns. Would have been a Raw. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know who picks it to be honest. It's
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
it's just like I'm like, all right, whatever. But oh, and then Logan Paul didn't even get drafted. And he wasn't even like what isn't
Yeah,
he a WWE superstar?
yeah. I think they're safer. I think they did like they're doing like 2 round. Well, it's on the fourth round already, but I think they're doing the other half on Raw.
On
So
Raw.
whatever Raw comes,
So
they're gonna do
they
Seth
yeah,
Rollins. They're gonna
yeah.
do um whoever's missing. I mean, I gotta get the list. Finn Balor, like Judgment Day, they're gonna do those for Raw because they like what's the you're gonna watch Raw like oh yeah we already got the draft picks, but like if you go to Raw you're like okay we draft Seth, we draft Judgment Day, we draft the Usos or whatever XYZ XYZ. But that's probably why they're saving some people. Like LWO, they haven't announced them yet either. Like they only announced like and
Well,
then some
that's the other thing. Is it gonna be Rey Mysterio alone and then or is it gonna be LWO together?
exactly.
Same thing with Judgment Day.
Yeah. That's the thing, like how they're
But if the Street Profit are still together, which rumor was they were supposed to split up unless one of them is gonna turn heel. And I
yeah,
really hope that's not the case because it's like I hate that. That's just stop.
yeah,
Especially if they're really good friends, where it's like, why would I want to stop you from your dreams? We
yeah.
talked about this before, where it's like, why would you cause this guy to win the world championship, right?
Mhm.
When you could just help him win the world title. And then there's two things you could do. Then you could use that as an advantage, saying, the only reason why you won the world title is because of me. You know that, right?
Yeah,
I helped you. And then that built something. Because that could either the world champion could be like, damn, he's right. I only won the world title. Or he could just be like, screw you and turn heel on him. Like, how dare you think I needed your help? I was going to win
yeah,
regardless. And then, regardless, if you do help him win the world title and you just they decide to have that guy turn heel, he could win the world title. Wouldn't you want to win the world title instead of causing you the world title? Because in the end of the day, nobody's champion.
yeah,
What do you want? Like, do something with what's it called? Who James Storm and Bobby Ruth.
yeah,
Do you remember that? When
yeah. Beer money.
Beer Money. Uh Bobby Roode had the opportunity to face Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory 2011. He did not win the world title. James Storm was next in line. He beat Kurt Angle in a minute. Hit him with the last call super kick, got the world title. Bobby Roode gives him a hug. James Storm was gonna no, you deserve this title. Nope. You won it first and fair and square. Give me an opportunity at the world title. We'll
Mm,
face each other. Okay,
yeah,
sounds good. And then Bobby Roode, he said it himself. It was a one-on-one competition. Whoever was gonna win was gonna be the better man. But Bobby Roode saw the referee down. He saw a beer bottle. He grabbed the beer bottle and he said, "Screw it." Hit James Storm with it. He
wow,
turned heel that night. It wasn't his attention where it's like, I'm going to turn heel. I'm James Storm. He saw the opportunity. He
yeah,
saw the opportunity. That's how you built out. And then Bobby Roode's career took off from that point because of like small details like that. Not. Look what when Bobby Roode with Bully Ray turned on Demon, right? Oh, guys, we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
retire. We're done. No more Team 3D. No more Dudley Boys. I'm gonna do a singles wrong. Demon's gonna go and focus on the wrestling school. Bully Ray attacked. They had a feud, and what happened? Nothing. Bully Ray was lost in the shuffle
Yeah.
because the story wasn't that great. Um, and nobody wanted to see that. People were so focusing on, oh, cool, we want them to split. We don't want to see them face each other because we want them because it's Team 3D. I hate when you have two people split up where it's like, they made a name for themselves. They have wrestled everywhere. Eventually, they're gonna team up again.
Yeah.
But
Down the
maybe
road.
down the road, they're going to, and they did. I hate when they split. Why do you have a feud with people that they're gonna team up in the future again? I
Yeah.
understand it's to make a bigger pop in the future when they do team up, you know, but at the same time, it's just like, stop it. Just
Yeah.
stop. Just split them up. That's it. I'm gonna do my thing. You do your thing. And then once our paths cross, then that's when we start a feud. You know, there's no need to turn heel on somebody after, like, again, if it's somebody where it's like, yeah, we've been a tag team, but we've been a tag team here in this company alone. We didn't travel the world as a tag team, then
Yeah.
that's fine. Do the heel turn, on each other. Other than that, if they wrestled everywhere in the whole entire world, just split them up. Split. Or do something like how what Triple H did with Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
where he got him to turn on the Shield.
Yeah.
That's something that's dope. I like that. Where it's like a third person is involved and convince that person to turn heel. But for that person to say, screw you, I'm done with this team because we keep losing because of you. It's like, that's dumb. Really?
Yeah.
You've been losing as a tag team and now you're gonna start losing in singles wrong. So stop. Anyways, I've been talking for a long time. What were we talking about?
The draft, but I think we went over.
Yeah, that's how I go, baby. Oh man. Draft. I know you said it yourself. You watch WWE uh live when you have the opportunity. But besides the fact that you only watch it when you have time, if you did have the time to watch both shows, what show would you want to see somebody or like be drafted to?
I don't know.
Is or do you not really care?
I don't care as long as there's good storylines or good
Yeah,
matches, and it's
because
fresh storylines
because
too.
yeah, because we're gonna see them regardless. It's like
Yeah.
at this point, because it's not like back then where it's like when we were kids, where it's like we only had SmackDown. You either had SmackDown. Well, if you only had SmackDown, then clearly you didn't have cable to watch Raw. But if you had Raw, then you were able to watch SmackDown.
You're bougie. You had cable.
Yeah,
Like, ooh, you have cable.
yeah.
Wow.
But even when I was able to watch Raw, I was always a SmackDown guy.
Yeah, I was a SmackDown guy because it was like UPN and
Yeah,
CW, then My 50, then
yeah.
yeah. So SmackDown's been more.
CW, right?
Yeah, CW went
CW.
from like it went from like UPN to My 50 to CW, then to then the Fox or
No,
Sci-Fi for a little
sci-fi.
bit, and then
Sci-fi.
Fox. Yeah,
Was it ever what no, wasn't it on US network as well? Or am I
USA. No, that
USA?
was always Raw.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah,
that was NXT.
yeah.
NXT, yeah. No, it was on USA. It
Maybe
was. I think it was. Or I don't know. I don't
maybe for a couple shows, maybe a
no.
special.
Actually, no. I don't know. Because if
You
sci
talking about ECW? ECW was on USA and Sci-Fi.
I
No,
know
just Sci-Fi.
I know NXT was on USA. Is it
Yeah,
still on USA?
yeah,
It is, okay.
yeah,
That's good. Good on them.
yeah.
Good on them. What were we talking about again?
The draft.
Draft. Oh, Edge is on SmackDown, which is dope. Edge on Raw is cool. It's weird. I like Edge on Raw. I like Edge as a face, but on SmackDown, I prefer him as a heel.
Yeah, he's always been a heel kind of guy, anyways.
On SmackDown, I think it's because
Yeah,
he's always been a heel on SmackDown and the legacy that he's made. When he's a baby face on SmackDown, it's just weird to me.
yeah.
It's like it depends who he's facing, but it's still weird. On Raw, it's like I like Edge as a baby face. On SmackDown, it's like, man, you gotta be heel. I'm sorry. So But with the new World Heavyweight Championship, rumor has it that it's going to be the final is going to be they're leading towards Edge and Seth freaking Rollins, which is dumb if Rollins is on Raw.
Yeah,
And well, the world title is going to be on Raw now. So
yeah.
Edge is on SmackDown. So Edge and Seth freaking Rollins is not going to happen no more. But that was a match that was penciled in. So now they're apparently the fans want Finn Balor and Seth freaking Rollins.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because it's going to be similar to the Universal Championship, and
No, there's
that
no,
match was really great. To be honest, the only thing is, it's one of those matches where it's kind of if Finn Balor had a great run with the title, people would still probably be talking about that match.
yeah, because last time they faced each other, Seth Rollins injured Finn Balor,
Yeah,
the buckle
accidentally.
bomb.
Yeah, yeah. So it was one of those matches where it's like, man, this match is so freaking great, but it kind of got ruined because of what happened afterwards.
Yeah,
So yeah, so new World Heavyweight Championship, in my opinion, I would love to see that match one more time. I was really hoping for Edge and Seth freaking Rollins because that would have been awesome. And I feel like that should have made sense. The other match is Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. We did talk about this before. Roman Reigns at Night of Champion, you're crowning a new world champion, and then you got Roman Reigns who's gonna be on the show because it's Night of Champions.
yeah.
Who's gonna main event? Are you gonna main event the show crowning a new world championship, or is Roman Reigns gonna be on top closing out the show? And also, Roman Reigns is gonna face Bad Bunny at Night of Champions. Thoughts on that?
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think
Why?
so? Why would you not want to see Roman Reigns versus Bad Bunny? That's money right there. Night of Champions.
Easy win.
Nah, Bad Bunny can hit him with a Canadian Destroyer, the Bunny Destroyer.
Yeah.
So, well, you wouldn't want to see that match.
No, no.
Bad Bunny versus Roman Reigns. You would not want to see that match.
He will get destroyed. That'll be a
And
squash match. Yeah.
but regardless, you're telling me you don't want to see that,
No.
regardless if it's gonna be a minute.
No. It's a waste. Just make it competitive at least.
That then you got to say that about Goldberg's matches, then.
Yeah, Goldberg was I mean Goldberg was great. It's just like he would always just like squash people like 10 like well, he squashed Brock like in 5 minutes or less.
Yeah, no. I think the first time was like not the first time, but the one in Survivor Series was like a minute.
Mm.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing now what I want to see as the main event. Bad Bunny versus Roman Reigns? No. I do not want to wait that long just to see that match. If it was the opening like match or semi-main, then I'll be fine with that.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, by the way, I don't know, did your light go out? You're very dark
Yeah.
now.
It's gotta charge. Gotta fix
Boo.
it.
All right.